SMT Nation, we back. Nation, I got bad news to report. Mass layoffs happening at Dish Wireless. Why am I using this placeholder on the screen for this article? I'll explain this in this video. I'll be sure to link the article for you. It'll be in the description. Okay, so that article will be linked. Also, a link to the real SMT Buy Me a Coffee link. If you want to support your creators directly, buy me a coffee. Link in the description. And of course, if you're looking for the best deal in wireless right now, the deflation promo from our partner Mint Mobile can save you lots of money. Get your wireless service at the best value, best timing, $30 per month unlimited plan. Let's cut that in half, 50% discount. Let's make it $15 per month using our promo code mintmobile.com/sneed. Link will be in the description. All right, so what's the situation going on at Dish Wireless right now? Basically, what's going on at Dish is they are laying off a large portion of their networking team. And what they're doing is they simply can't afford to remain operational with all of that payroll just based on the capital that they don't have. All right, so this is 100% going to be a cost-cutting measure, as Dish is not really generating enough revenue to justify that payroll. Basically, what has happened is Dish built out their network requirement, right? So on the backs of these engineers who planned, managed, built, tuned, all those different types of things that they did to construct the network. And now that they've reached that 70% of the U.S. population covered, they're just going to lay off these folks. Okay, so that probably means they've got a couple of options. The first option, which I think is probably what most are going to do, they're going to get severance, right? And I don't know how long that severance is going to be because they've only been working for Dish for a short while. This is not like Dish Wireless is not a company that's been up and running for decades. Right, it's literally been like a couple of years. So I don't know what that severance could be, a month or two, maybe, I don't know. Right, so they'll have to, probably sign some sort of NDA, right, and then collect the severance and then start looking for a new job, right? And it's not to say that they wouldn't get rehired or possibly find the new position within the company. I'm not sure they're doing any hiring, but I would doubt it. But they're probably looking to move on, all right? And just based on the economics and the way things are going across the industry, I don't think there's a place for anyone anywhere, right? Possibly, maybe. There's some growing networks. Verizon's doing a lot of upgrades. T-Mobile continues to build out. Maybe they're hiring within networking. Maybe AT&T as well. You never know. So I'm sure that, there's some opportunity somewhere, and hopefully those folks can bounce back. The unemployment situation, I'm assuming, probably no guarantee there, all right? So that's probably going to be the least of the accepted terms. Again, I'm just kind of speculating here with respect to those things, but that's typically how these things go. So Dish hit their mark. They got 70% of the U.S. covered with their Project Genesis native 5G network, and now they're going to go ahead and probably eliminate enormous portions of their engineering team. Probably lots of smaller teams are probably going to be completely reduced or eliminated. You think about it, those markets where the network is basically done are probably now only going to have to be managed by a handful of quality assurance engineers. And then in terms of expanding the network, which they have to do, right? They've got to get to 75% of the U.S. covered, and they've got to build out all the spectrum that they have, the AWS, right? They hit the low band stuff. Now they're moving on to this next swath of spectrum. They're probably going to do that with a smaller team, right? They're going to do it with less employees, and it's going to be a less of a CapEx intensive endeavor, right? They're going to probably really slow down that spending. They really don't have the funding, right? They're going to work through that, try to raise capital, but that's pretty much what I think is going on here. All right, some of that definitely is the case. Some of it, obviously, you could say is speculative, but you got to continue to operate the network. You have to continue to maintain it. Now, something I will say is I haven't mentioned Boost Mobile in this, right? And I don't know if anything is going to happen at Boost, but they are what appears to be transitioning some brands for things that are going on within the prepaid business. And Dish really hasn't shown propensity and success amongst their dealers, their authorized retailers, in terms of garnering customers. They've lost a lot. They're not as competitive as some of the other prepaid options. I don't really like the way things are going right now, right? But of course, this move in particular, the layoffs, Dish simply cannot afford to pay these people. They don't make enough money off their native network to do so. And now that a bulk of that work has been done, for now, they're going to roll with just a small number of those engineers. I don't have any other specific details. I don't know what else is going on behind closed doors. Should I get more information, I'll let you guys know about that. But moving forward, look for Dish to probably invest in retail, focus on retail, try to monetize the network. They've built what they've got. They'll continue to build. It's probably going to be a lot slower compared to what they've done the last couple of years, but they've got to continue to pace, right? They've got till 2025 to get to their next mark, and that's going to be the tough one. We'll see what happens. We're following this story closely. You'll get more updates from me as they come in. Let me know what you guys think about this. If you're a real one, hashtag Dish Wireless. Love to hear what you guys have to say on this. You all the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.